friendly neighborhood Chillaboo, live in the deepest, darkest Chilcotin. And it's Thursday, eh? It's like the 8th of November already. Thanks for joining me for this installment of Fuel for Thought. I don't even know what number we're at. Is it number 15? Maybe I should look that up. Anyways, yeah, today's Fuel for Thought is welcome to the hardest job you'll ever have. So, thanks for accepting the position. Now get on with your life. Over the years, I've often said that life is the hardest job that we'll ever have. It's a full-time job. From the first breath, you're doing some fucking, you're making some noise. You're doing some shit. Oh man, I tell you, like even when you're on chill days or having a good day and just relaxing, there's still some degree of responsibility that's going on in your life that you have to be responsible for. So you're not ever not at work when you're doing life. It's been a goofy bit of time. I know recently there's a bit of a correlation between the sun's effect on the planet, not just weather-wise, but us humans as well. You know, we're affected by the sun's activities. If you don't know about that, then you should be checking out Suspicious Observers and checking the old space weather news every morning on that YouTube channel. Cutting edge, trust me on that. Just like the sun and the moon affects the tidal patterns and whatnot, and we do live in an electric universe. We literally are a form of a battery, so to speak. So to take the sun's activity out of the equation and not think that it has an effect on us both physically and mentally would be foolhardy at best. So I do know there was some solar activity earlier this week, much earlier in the week actually, off the weekend into the first couple of days of this week. And it had an adverse effect on me as it caused periods of wakefulness. So I've been blessed lately to get most of this year up to 6 hours of sleep a night. So for me, if you know me, that's a lot because I'm usually rock and roll on 3 or 4. But introduce some magnesium supplementation into my dietary process, and it's one of those things that's really helped give me a little bit of more solid sleep at night, as well as yoga, and we're going to talk about that yoga. Congratulations to those that have accepted the 100-day yoga challenge. You people are on day 83. Much respect to you all. And to those who are not implementing yoga in some way, shape, or form into your lives, what is wrong with you? Folks that have known me, here's that yoga tangent. Folks that have known me for a while know that, when I was in my late 20s, I got into physical fitness and became a bit of a gym rat and spent a lot of time lifting weights and wanted to get all swole and pumped up and shit. And then in my late 30s, that sort of evolved into boot camps and utilizing nature of the environment and heavy objects and weird stuff like that. And then over the last probably 4 or 5 years, I've really transitioned into body weight training only, and unfortunately wear and tear on the old machine has reared its ugly head. So dealing with an ankle injury. The ankle injury is exacerbated to the point where it's affecting that knee and that hip on that side, which is my right side. Tendinosis in both of my elbows earlier this year, so I was dialing shit back. But I was dialing the yoga up, as you know. Started yoga earlier this year, back in January. Yoga, the Tai Chi, and the Qigong, and it is a daily thing, and it's one of those things, and here's the example I want to give you. Like I said, the last couple of days have been kind of for everybody. There's a few days where the lack of sleep, and it had nothing to do with the DST bullshit, because I'm not on that schedule. Those that know me know that I get up at 2:30 in the morning. I usually go to bed at 8:30 at night. I'm talking my doobie out, but that's okay. Slow burning papers. At least it's not just going up into the atmosphere. Anyways, so tangent. Boom, bang, boom. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, those that know me know that my schedule is what it is. We do the daily yoga in the morning now. I've complemented that all year with cold water therapy. I have not had a warm shower or bath in 2018. So it is what it is. I enjoy it. But back to the yoga thing, man. The last couple of days, really fucking stressful, but morning yoga helps immensely. You know, the wear and tear on the body, it slows you down to a point, but you keep the mind and the soul sharp. Anyways, today, for example, normal morning, a bunch of hours go by, doing a bunch of stuff. Everything's cool. Get to a point, get a business email pertaining to the farm, and that's a whole different facet of stress on it to itself. And it was one of those emails that caused me some fucking grief and discomfort. It's just like, financial stress is associated with the email and stuff. And trying to run a business, but I'm like, we're just bleeding fucking money. It's cool. It's cool. Replied to the email, did what we had to do with that business-wise. It was time to fucking get our yoga on. So I literally said out loud, let's see if this changes my shitty attitude. Because hopefully when I get off the mat, I'm not feeling like, fuck you. And we did a 25-minute practice. I don't even remember what practice it was. I remember the first few minutes, my monkey mind was fucking with me, and it was just like, and then I got into my breath. As simple as that. And it's not fucking simple at all, but I got into my breath, focusing on breathing in and breathing out, and got into my flow, my vinyasas. And after 25 minutes, I got off the mat with a much, much healthier mindset. So that's how come I am so pro yoga. And if you have not got on to yoga yet, man, what the fuck is going on? Like I was sort of going off on that tangent a bit with my health and wellness and being a gym rat and boot camps and bodyweight fitness and all that. Those that know me know that I like to take care of myself and be healthy because I make an investment so that when we're having this conversation and you're talking 25 years down the road and you're talking to the 76-year-old version of me, I'm still going to be rock and roll. I'm still going to be doing the yoga and bodyweight training. Fuck, man. It's an investment into your health and wellness. That's what it's all about. So, knowing what I know now, if I could give my younger self some advice, if I could give you some advice that you would take to heart and like run with it, I'd say get into yoga. Seriously. Make the investment. It can only be a few minutes a day. Invest in your mind, body, and soul. Find that time to go within yourself. You're still at work. You're still doing that full-time job of day-to-day living. But go into yourself for a few minutes. Whether it's a private moment in a fucking stall in a bathroom, while you're walking through the park, sitting on a bench somewhere, close your eyes, listen to the world around you, and breathe. Breathe really deeply, my friends. So like I said, there's a lot of stresses associated with life, your life, my life, everyone's life. No one has it easy. There's different degrees, there's different levels. No one has it easy though. It's like, trust me on that. Like, fuck. I don't care how much money you have. With that money becomes responsibility and the stressors of having money like that. And for someone that lives hand to mouth literally, then again, that is the stress of your life, being able to provide for yourself or what is in your life on that very day. So again, this full-time job of our life, our day-to-day life, we need to take the time. We need to go within ourselves. We need to breathe. We need to meditate. We need to move our bodies because that's all part in being, healthy as we get old. It's when you become sedentary and things start to seize up and, the synovial fluids in your joints start to, leak out. You're getting all creaky and old. That's the most important fucking time to keep your body moving. So make the investment now, my friends. So, huge part of the physical and the spiritual wellness. But again, it doesn't take away from financial stresses and other stresses that are going on, like I said. Farm is kind of bleeding money right now. Last year was shit because of the fires, lack of piglets being bred. This year was shit because of the fires and too many pigs being bred. So we're at a time of the year where no one's buying piglets, and we have piglets. We're at a time of the year where we're supposed to reintroduce cash into the sows so that he can breed them so that they can make some piglets for next spring. Like, we're talking have piglets ready for March, right? Go to market for sale. You can buy your piglets. April, you process it. October. That's the way it works. I got 2 sows that are pregnant right now. They're going to drop over the winter. I have 7 piglets that I can't get rid of. I can't give away, that I have to feed. And they're going to get bigger over the winter. And that's how come no one has fall piglets or piglets later in the season, because of the cost of feeding them. Now, I know we got Yeti recently, and that's fantastic. But again, those that don't understand the fact that we actually, we had to go in debt. That's a $42,000 truck, financed over X amount of years. If we just made the basic payments for the full period, we would end up paying $66,000 fucking dollars for that truck. But luckily, after the first year, we can renegotiate and get a lower subprime rate. Anyways, drop the payments, pay a little bit more, shorten the borrowing period, and bring the cost of that truck down to that 42 grand, because that's fair. Now, we've been out here almost a decade, and in that time, we came out here with Bert, the big red expensive truck. You saw him in different videos. He's parked out front now. He's got no engine in him. We've had Blue. Blue's rather new, but we've also had Trip the Tracker. We had Buzz, the little red Daytona, and now we have Sprocket. For some reason, I keep thinking I'm forgetting one, but I don't think so. So we've gone through a myriad of different used vehicles, and it comes down to the point where we need to make that financial investment. We need to do, dare I say, put ourselves in debt to get a reliable vehicle that's going to be able to cover the gamut of different things that we need to do here on the farm. But there's costs associated to everything, not just, feeding the pigs or upkeep or overhead for lights, heat, what have you. Operation Overgrow, as you know, is something else. And I just want to touch on Operation Overgrow for a second here. And that is the fact that, as you know, earlier this year, we are humbly thankful for the fact that Matt Barron of the House of the Great Gardener gifted us some seeds, some CBD seeds of his line, after we made a humble request. We didn't expect to be given something for free. And we are, to this day, appreciative of that gesture. We don't appreciate the fact, though, that Matt and fucking lawyer Kirk Tusaw went to work for Canopy Growth under whatever fucking reasons, under what premise of making change from within. It's all bullshit. This I know. But I also know that Matt, the House of the Great Gardener, has been considered an LP for a while. He's had LP designation because he's been providing medical cannabis for places like Tilray. Anyways, him being an LP and gifting me seeds, that CBD line is licit. I was going to say illicit. Is licit. So theoretically, by law, I am in possession of legal cannabis seeds from a licensed producer. So that's what my 4 plants are. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I'm going on fucking tangents here. I'm like left, right, and the other thing. My cafe mocha is actually getting mold. Doobie is working. Doobie's working quite well. And that's another thing, talking about the doobies. I love my doobies. I'm a 41-year cannabis user. I understand the importance of this plant. I know how beneficial it is on a bunch of different levels for humanity as a whole. But I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, this is a wonderful piece of an arsenal, a coping arsenal in life. It not only enlightens us, it also can bring us together, but can also take the edge off on times of stress. And I do love my cannabises, and I'm fucking all for, true cannabis freedoms for all. But this can also, psychologically, for some people, become a crutch, where they think they need to have the cannabis in their system so that they can function. This is just not true. I've been in situations in my life many times where cannabis it's not there, it's not a factor. When I was incarcerated, I could have smoked weed in jail, but I didn't, because I didn't need to. But what I did do, and what I did need, was yoga. Yoga is much, much more beneficial in the grand scheme of things, because that ability to take yourself from the, oh my fucking, to go within, to breathe, feel your belly, breathe. Not like we breathe in society. I don't mean we're all breathing like that, but we take shallow breaths. We just breathe into our lungs. We don't utilize our diaphragm and breathe into our bellies. So, remember when you were freaking out when you were young and someone would say count to 10? Or breathe? Holy fuck! Bang on! Too bad I was just so wet behind the ears at the time and thought I knew everything. I'm going to be fucking 52 next year. I can honestly say, with a great deal of confidence, I do have a clue about this job called life. I haven't figured it out, but I definitely have a clue. So thanks for sharing your time with me. I hope you have a great weekend. Peace, love, and blessings from the farm to all of you.